All right, folks, this might just be the most jaw-dropping scandal in daytime television history.
Democrats and the media are now unloading all their nasty attacks on rising Trump White House star and new press secretary, Karoline Leavitt.
The View is in full-blown crisis mode as Karoline Leavitt, the fearless, young, and unapologetically conservative powerhouse, has turned their smear campaign into a jaw-dropping $800 million legal nightmare. And now, the show is practically on its last leg, desperately pleading for her to back off. Yes, you heard that right. After being slapped with a crushing lawsuit that could financially wreck the show, its biggest stars, Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin, are scrambling behind the scenes, urging Karoline to step away. But what exactly did The View say to land themselves in such deep trouble? What was Karoline's shocking response that sent their legal team into full-blown damage control? And the biggest question, could ABC actually pull the plug on The View before this disaster gets even worse? Oh, trust me, you don't want to miss this. But before we get into the details, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive drama-filled updates. Did you subscribe? Fantastic. Now, let's dive right in.
Well, listen. If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Most divisive and disgusting speech that any president, certainly in my lifetime, has ever given. He essentially waged war on half of the country by saying that we are all a threat to democracy because we believe in putting America first. It's not radical to want to put your country and your own people first. It's not radical to want to have a strong border, a strong military, and to unleash the might of your own economy, not economies around the world. We have seen cultural Marxism trickling its way through every institution in this country. The public school system, the higher education university system, Hollywood, big tech, the corrupt mainstream media that I fought against in President Trump's White House are indoctrinating my generation of Americans into hating our country, hating one another based on race and gender and sex and all of this other BS, quite frankly. We need a...
Yet again, The View targeted Karoline Leavitt, sticking to their usual playbook, mocking, belittling, and throwing out wild accusations. This time, it was Joy Behar who took a smug swipe, implying that Karoline's success wasn't due to her talent or hard work. Instead, she suggested that Karoline only made it this far because Trump finds her attractive. She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10, Joy remarked dismissively.
She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Wait, what? Meanwhile, Whoopi Goldberg took it a step further, claiming that without wokeness, Karoline wouldn't even have a job.
Yeah, I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason. Because black people couldn't get into colleges. Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women. Yeah. See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world.
One commentator couldn't help but call it out, saying, Whoopi is literally mansplaining the press secretary job to Karoline Leavitt. Absolutely hilarious. Then, Sunny Hostin twisted the knife even deeper, implying that Karoline's success was just another case of privilege at play. Oh boy, you could feel the outrage building in real time. The backlash was swift and relentless. Furious fans called out The View for its blatant hypocrisy, with one viral comment summing it up perfectly. The View claims to support women, unless they're conservative. Then it's open season. But here's where things take a shocking turn. Instead of letting it slide, Karoline fought back. She lawyered up, fired back, and hit The View where it hurts the most, right in their wallet.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
Instead of getting dragged into pointless social media drama, Karoline went straight for the kill. She didn't just fire back, she hit The View with a massive $800 million lawsuit accusing them of defamation, slander, and a calculated attempt to ruin her career. And let's be honest, this isn't just any lawsuit. This is an all-out declaration of war. According to reports, The View's legal team is in complete meltdown mode. Why? Because Karoline isn't just defending herself, she's pulling back the curtain on the entire mainstream media machine. Her lawsuit argues that The View has a long track record of smearing and silencing conservative voices, and this could be the case that finally brings them down for good. And here's the real bombshell. ABC is furious. Insiders say network executives are scrambling to contain the damage before advertisers start jumping ship. But at this point, the damage is already done.
Bang, Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point, courage, detail.
And this is where things get downright humiliating. Behind the scenes, The View's hosts are reportedly scrambling, pleading with Karoline to settle the case quietly. Hard to believe, right? The same Joy Behar who mocked Karoline on live TV is now desperately trying to save herself. And Whoopi Goldberg? Sources say she's even tried reaching out through mutual contacts, practically begging for a private sit-down to smooth things over. As for Sunny Hostin, well, her team is in full panic mode, with legal experts warning that she could personally be on the hook for millions in damages. Oh, how the tables have turned. The once smug, untouchable hosts of The View are now in damage control desperately, trying to make this all disappear. But here's the kicker. Karoline isn't backing down. She knows this fight is bigger than just her. It's about holding the media accountable for years of lies, smears, and reckless attacks. And her supporters? They're loving every second of it. One viral tweet put it best. Karoline Leavitt is doing what everyone wishes they could, making The View pay for their lies. But wait, it gets even worse for them.
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on look?
At this point, ABC is in full-blown crisis mode. Network executives are reportedly panicking over how disastrous this lawsuit could become. Insiders claim that major sponsors are growing uneasy. Some are even considering pulling their ads from The View altogether. And let's be real, this show has been walking a fine line for years. With Whoopi Goldberg's past suspensions, Joy Behar's never-ending controversies, and the show's crumbling credibility, it's no secret that ABC has been debating pulling the plug for a while now. And this might just be the final straw. Because, let's face it, when the hosts of The View themselves are now scrambling to make lawsuits disappear, that says it all. The show is falling apart. The network is in turmoil. And Karoline Leavitt? She's coming out on top. All right, now it's your turn. Do you think Karoline Leavitt is right to keep fighting this case? Should The View be held accountable for their reckless attacks? And most importantly, could this finally be the moment that brings the show crashing down? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more breaking updates.